Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm back again with another film review. In 2025, I'm doing a 2024 movie. So the movie I'm going to be reviewing here is Joker 2, Folie Deux. So this is a new movie by Todd Phillips. This is the sequel to the 2019 Joker film, also starring Joaquin Phoenix, also directed by Todd Phillips. So, as I said just now, it stars Joaquin Phoenix as the titular character Joker. You have Lady Gaga, who is the new addition to the movie, and she plays Harley Quinn. And then you have Brendan Gleeson, who is also kind of a major character in here as well too. So this is movie, like I said, is a sequel to the 2019 very successful film. Might I add, that first movie made over $1 billion. So you're crazy if you didn't think Hollywood was gonna make a sequel, because that's Hollywood. If a movie is that successful, regardless if it doesn't need a sequel, it's going to get a sequel. So just know that. That's a little food for thought. So coming into this, I already saw red flags. Once I heard that it was going to be announced that we're not only getting a sequel to a movie we did not need a sequel to. Because, say what you will about that Joker movie, I go back and forth with whether I like it or not. I thought it was a good movie, well grounded, like study into the Joker, and then it was slightly removed from Batman, but at the same time, it kind of was Batman because spoilers for the first movie, he runs into a young Bruce Wayne, and then his whole entire thing kind of revolves around Thomas Wayne. But the only thing that threw me off about that first movie was they basically just took it was like they took two Scorsese movies and just kind of crushed them together, King of Comedy and Taxi Driver. So here you have, Todd Phillips is coming back. And like I said, there's two red flags when I saw this trailer. The fact that they were even making a sequel to the first movie, that rubbed me the wrong way. And they announced that it was going to be a musical. And I was like, okay. Which I guess it makes sense that they would cast Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. She's a singer herself. So, I wasn't really sure going into this one. And I will say, for the most part, I thought the movie was fine. At first, I wouldn't even say it's fine. There were just there were bits and moments where it was like, this could have been a much better film. Had it not been for some of the sloppy writing. So there are some moments in here, because this is basically a movie about Arthur Fleck. He's basically awaiting his trial. So this movie is basically just leading up into his trial from the events of the first film. And then what happens is he runs into Lady Gaga's character. I also forgot Catherine Keener is in here too. Catherine Keener, she basically plays his counselor and his lawyer. So good old Catherine Keener is in here too. But so basically what happens is he's going on trial. Catherine Keener is basically giving him counsel throughout the movie. And I'll honestly say I don't feel like there was a whole lot of Joker in here, which didn't bother me. I know a lot of people were complaining about that. because they said this wasn't, the Joker they remember. But I didn't mind that so much because this felt more like a grounded type Joker. Uh, and then, so I mean, the filming looks really good. It looks gritty. It looks grounded. Uh, it really has some nice little direction going there by Todd Phillips. I guess like my biggest issue with this movie, and I know you're probably wondering, well, how was the musical part? Not very good. Actually, the musical part of this film brought it way down for me. Um, this is a 2.5 hour movie, people. This movie is 2.5 hours long, and every 5 or 10 minutes there's a musical. Um, even I didn't really understand even the first 5 minutes of this movie, and I'm not gonna ruin it too much, but it opens with animation. I'll just say that it opens with animation, and that bit, that whole 5 minute bit, it goes nowhere. I didn't even understand. Like I get the metaphor they were trying to go for, because it was almost like they were trying to make this like one of those artsy type films, but it failed because I actually really like artsy films. But I mean to try to make Joker to an art house film, because the first movie wasn't an art house film, it was a character study. Um, so I wasn't really appreciative of that. And then you stretch this movie out to 2.5 hours with every 5 to 10 minutes with musicals. So this honestly feels like um, Todd Phillips didn't have a really well fleshed out idea for a sequel, which makes sense because Todd Phillips himself said he didn't want to do a sequel. Um, he even admits this movie's not very good. It's just it's frustrating because it at minimum I do see a slightly good movie in here, but it's just bogged down with the musical bits, and the musical bits aren't very good. They're not that great, because when you do a musical, you have to. I have to walk away at least memorizing, what I saw, like, oh, that was grand. You get look at movies like Grease and The Wizard of Oz. Those it wasn't bogged down with musical numbers. There was a story, there was something going on. Whereas in this movie, you can almost tell there's no story really. There's not much of a story. There's not really much of a movie in here. So they try to stretch it out with giving you a musical every 10 minutes, and you're going to get annoyed by it, because I did. I got annoyed. Um, I got annoyed to the point to where there's a part in the movie where where a character tells a character to stop singing, and I was like, yes, please stop singing. And speaking of stop singing, uh, Lady Gaga, her singing here is fine. Joaquin Phoenix, amazing actor. He's one of my favorite actors of all time, Joaquin Phoenix, and I have the most utmost respect for him. But damn, this man cannot sing. He can't sing. He couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. He is terrible at singing. Every time he started a song, I was like, "Ugh, we got to hear him sing again." Um, and then there's some like piss poor writing scenes in this movie too, and I caught it like immediately. I was like, that doesn't even make sense. There's a part in the courtroom where the judge looks at Arthur and tells him, "Hey, don't make a fool out of my courtroom. This isn't one of your stand-up comedy acts." And yet the judge then in the next scene lets him dress up like the Joker and tells him like, "Hey, I'm letting him represent himself as the Joker." And it's like, no, that doesn't happen in a courtroom. I don't even care if this is back in the 80s, 90s, whatever, whenever this takes place. That would never happen. but there are some people too, and you'll notice them. A couple characters they make another appearance from the first movie, because this does become like a courtroom. There is like a courtroom drama in here too. Uh, but I don't know. This was not very good. I really feel like this is a very unnecessary sequel. This was a cash grab from the studio. They thought because the first movie was successful, the second one was, and that's not even the case anymore. We're in 2020. Well, this movie was made in 2024. I'm reviewing it in 2025, but like we're like in the new age. Like movies don't do that anymore unless they're good. So I don't know what they were trying to accomplish, but hey, Joaquin Phoenix, Lady Gaga, Todd Phillips, they got an amazing paycheck. So there you have it. I mean, that first movie did amazing. So, yep. Yeah, I'm going to give this one a low recommend. This is definitely a low recommend. Definitely an unnecessary sequel. We did not need this at all. So, if you would for me, please again, like, comment, subscribe on the channel, and I will see you next video. Peace.